The man, the myth, the legend, Þarþuþhaþhi Fauca-Hyanda, except for the fact that he's not a man, a myth, or a legend. The humble but fun-loving Þarþuþhaþhi, with his gluttony and his gregariousness, enjoying a feast and a hunt alike, and of course, singularly minded and singularly skilled in martial. Because of course he is, compared to every other elf at least, singularly minded, one brain cell that is, intelligent compared to everyone else's genius and erudite, but he has really got off to a great start, I think, really come out swinging. We've built up an enormous treasury, we've managed to claw our way back thousands of prestige, like we were really in a lot of prestige debt, and of course we've almost totally reclaimed the lands that were splintered when our previous character, Count Smeagolf, abdicated. What is going on there? How many things can this man cram onto his face? He's got a shawl, he's got a face mask, glasses, a helmet. And now, to add insult to injury, our realm has splintered to the point that we can expand no further. Because, almost unbelievably, and as someone quite accurately pointed out in the comments, when Elrond died, he had something like 70 intrigue. So this man to be assassinated must have not only taken a major effort from the realm, but would have been an entire shock, a real blow to elven kind, and a blow it was because it's divided up all manner of stuff. Someone pointed out that Iceland somehow became separate. I'm not sure how that happened, given that this guy is Catholic Elven. He must have just been an adventurer that took it. I'm not sure how that's happened. Oh my god, and Iceland is now totally independent. What a shame. I feel like someone needs to go and take that back. My god. Our elven holding has totally disappeared. The beginning point where all of us started and came from, Þarþuþhaþhi's original land, has disappeared. We went from Faroe, of course, with the Faroe Islands up to Iceland, to Faroe, where we are in Egypt. Maybe we now go Faroe back to Faroe, Cairo to Faroe, because that's not acceptable to have lost such a stronghold. Again, the elven world is in a bit of a mess right now. Someone quite adequately described... Oh, real-life plague. Someone quite adequately described it as Rome, right? We expanded so rapidly and so ridiculously, and we were seemingly unstoppable that the second one or two successions happened back-to-back, we splintered now into 3 parts, and it's a bit of a mess to bring it back together. Again, a massive pain in the ass for us, because if we want to become the King of Egypt, which is our only real logical path upwards from here, Francia now hold 2 of the duchies, one of which is 2,200 troops. Of course, we still have to go to war with the Emperor of Francia, our great-grandfather, Emperor Thaldir, either way, and with his 70,000 troops, I don't think we're doing a damn thing. Now, luckily, I did just double-check this. Our liege is the one that controls the Kingdom of Egypt, so it's quite possible that at some stage he might grant that to us. Who is this person? Oh, no, hang on. We have, like, he has nothing then, huh? He has, like, no de jure land in this other than us. Right, sorry, let me just double check that and make sure I've got that correct. Yeah, Emperor Thaldir stuff. So, we could petition our liege for the title, and in fact, we probably should try. Because, again, we own 100% of the realm that is within his realm. I mean, ultimately, in the long term, we can claim Liege's title. We can grab a claim on the Kingdom of Egypt when we get 1,500 gold and, 1,500 prestige there. And that would, again, increase the AI's likelihood to grant it to us simply. But if we position after that fact, I mean, maybe we could even go to war. You got to bear in mind that he's got 45,000 personal levy, so probably not going to happen. It really is the only way forward. So, forgetting all of that for a moment, there's a couple of things I want to discuss. First things first, someone pointed out that our prestige did, in fact, get that reduction from... Good lord, the hiccups are insane. Please give me 10 minutes. Okay, I think I've recovered. So, someone pointed out that our prestige did drop when we got the higher level of that adventurer rank. So, yesterday was time very, very, very well spent. And in fact, someone else pointed out that if I go to the unraised men-at-arms upkeep, here we go, even though it's got that gold symbol next to it, it still is applying. Minus 25% to famous adventurer there under the prestige tab. So, yeah, I'm sure that does apply. Totally fine. What we'll do then is obviously make it our highest priority to get up to the highest level of adventurer. If I can find the... I promise it's one of these. There it is. One of these traits. So at the highest level, it's minus 50%. So that's invaluable if we're going to be fighting all of our wars and having such a massive personal retinue, right? The other thing I like to do is have a grand tournament, because a lot of people are saying we should lean into the martial aspect of things more. So rebuilding the accolades, as someone suggested, is obviously a great point, and we should do that right now. Did I not... Sorry, did I not make an accolade, or am I misremembering? Am I going nuts? I swear I made an accolade because I was talking about Archer. No? How bizarre. Okay, I guess we'll make a fresh one then. This isn't the one I made, is it? No, that's Marauder and Mentor. I didn't make that one. How bizarre. Okay. I'm pretty sure I took Failmere and made him Archer and Huntsmaster, right? How? Oh, I remember we didn't have the prestige to do it, did we? Yes, that's correct. There we go. Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. We get some extra hunter bonuses from that, of course. And this was just a fantastic one to have because it gives bonus to our archers, which are our major part of our personal retinue right now. So that's pretty good. I like that. There's some of his martial stuff dealt with. Putting this money to good use then, and to also get us a bunch of prestige, I think it's time for a grand tournament. We do have a plague going on right now, so I don't know if this will impact things. Waterlogged terrain, war camps in Cairo. Alexandria. Okay, that sounds fun. Archery. Of course, because of one of our cultural tenets, we have a level 1 of Hastaluda by default, if I'm not mistaken. All of our elves do. Or at least I think we should. I will double check that. Yes, obviously we're going to take part in that contest. We've got the choice of a recital, wrestling duel. Interesting. Our aptitude in board game is excellent. Oh, hang on. Diplomacy affects recitals. That would be interesting. Quite chivalrous in our approach if we're doing a little bit of kind of martial and then a little bit of diplomacy as well. I like that. Very much a knight's knight. A hero amongst elves. Again, the face of elfdom, right? Failmere will be our champion, even though he's not the best. He is our only option. We'll go all in on the prizes, and hopefully we'll win them and be able to give them away, or keep them if they're, of course, very good. Yes, Triumph is, of course, what we want here. I do have a slight problem here. I've got a little bit of umbrage with what's going on. Now, we are humble. Someone in the comments did say, don't forget, of course, humble, not content. It's kind of hard to countenance it in my brain, but, you know, how do you play as a humble character when I'm the one in charge of all their actions, right? When we want to see them do the best possible. But I suppose Smeagolf, in a way, is a really good example of a humble character, even though he himself wasn't humble. When he achieved, like, he still achieved a huge amount and still wanted what was best for his realm and his dynasty, but stepped aside when it was time for someone else to shine in the limelight. And I think that's a really good way to view this guy as well. Do it for the realm. He's not doing it for himself. It's not necessarily personal ambition, but we can have a little bit of realm ambition, I think, to represent that kind of humble character. Every unlanded knight you will have will accompany you to compete. I think that's pretty much all of them. So our current heir is Elra. Been trained in stewardship, which I think is fine. Then, of course, we've got Elf Pothis, which I think... Okay, we'll wait for your education trait to come out. I was going to say, we've got the option to send it to university. I think we'll just become his ward preemptively. Bear in mind, we're probably going to designate an heir with lots of bloodlines. Someone did point out that I didn't name a kid who had 3 bloodlines. Was it, wasn't you? I think it was your older sister. Yes, this one here, Aranel. The problem is, she is also, again, I replied to the comment saying this, so far down in the line of succession, she's not likely to be in the limelight, so to speak. I don't really want to waste any names on characters that we might not see again, but then again, they are a lot more recognizable if I do. I'll go back and rename her. You're right, I should go back and rename her. Okay, so we're guaranteed to qualify. Absolutely we are. What do we want to do then, huh? What's kind of our approach to this? Tourney grounds, artisan quarters, maybe upgrade our axe, couldn't hurt. Meet other contestants and sabotage them. I don't think a humble man would necessarily do that. Maintain your artifacts, get new clothes, improve your weaponry. Increase your progress to victory. We don't have to worry about that. Wait, progress to victory is not the same as qualifying, though. Maybe we could try that. Test your faith, no thanks. Sit down and reduce your stress, no thanks. Counter control popular opinion. I feel like the thing that suits him the most are maybe tournament grounds and village. And, of course, artisan quarters for improving your weapons. I think a man of martial would know the value of that, man of high prowess. We'll go visit the artisan quarters. Let's go and have a go. You're going to give us a fine bracer. Proves our archery stuff. Gives 10% Hastaluda experience. You gain fine bracer. Oh, we just gain that as our character forever. Oh, that's kind of good. For 155 gold. For a permanent modifier. Yeah, I'll take that. Okay. You might have also noted the game is running very, very slow. I am going to adjust it so that the plague is more likely to happen. It's kind of a grand reset to help speed things up a little bit because it is running terribly slow right now. Let's go to the village and have a look. I'll see if there's some sort of... If anybody knows of any sort of save cleaner or something of that ilk that isn't going to destroy everything. Obviously, I'll back everything up. Please do let me know, but I'll tinker around, see if I can get some speed out of it. Hello. A foreign champion has declared a passage of arms near Alexandria. He calls himself Karatas Ishsasna. and claims to hail from distant Prussian lands. That is a traditional Prussian name, after all. Any champion who wishes to pass his camp must break lances with him or forfeit their pride. Okay. The cultural acceptance between Fae and... Yeah, the Prussians and the Fae do go a while back. Absolutely not. We do not like humans, right? We say that's a true champion, such inspiration. Then again, okay, let's go for it. Actually, I suppose that could be a traditional Prussian name at this point in time, couldn't it? A bit more Eastern than what maybe is more modernly considered Prussia. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I get it. I get it. You make a lot of sense. 44 days. Because we're just... Oh, for God's sake. A peasant uprising? Okay, fine. No, I can manage things from here. Valeria gains pregnant. Another chance at getting that blue bloodline. Of course, we've got children with it now, so it's not going to die out, which was my main concern. Again, if we have to start marrying children or marrying children together, I can do that. The tourney grounds. Go Biscuit, faster are the racing hawks. You could learn a thing or two from this and gain falconer experience. Must take a lot of preparation to do this. Your score increases moderately. Yeah, let's do that one. I don't know why. I've always internalized that before as our qualification threshold, but I guess it isn't, is it? Whoa, our culture has joined the high medieval era. What the hell? Jesus, that took no time at all to say we were tribal only 4 generations ago. Okay, then maybe that does make sense then, huh? 1106, fair enough. Wow. Have we finished off? Okay, so we've actually barely touched the medieval stuff. We're still working on that one, but that one we've only just picked up from where we've conquered Spain, so that makes sense. Yeah, no, we've still got a lot of early medieval stuff left to go, so don't worry about that too much. Now, before we carry on with the tournament, hold on, we've got a couple of things here. Courtship for scheme power. Interesting. It's not amazing, but I guess we could take it. Yeah, okay. Like I said, he's kind of chivalrous. Gallant, I think, sums him up quite well. The humble knight. I like that. Let's make sure that we're investing into this, though, for anything that will give us prowess. Nothing for prowess, really. Okay, levy size plus 10%. Couldn't hurt for raiding. Retreat loss is minus 15%. Okay, I'll definitely take that one, thanks. Progress to victory is at 100% before we've even started. It's time to show the world my skill. Okay. A poor celebration. Not a single person turned up to my tournament in Alexandria? What? There's no wonder we had 100% victory. No one showed up. Not a single fucking person. What? Is it because of the plague? I guess it's because of the plague. Or else the road to Alexandria is more danger than I expected. Are you joking? We gained 50 fucking 4 stress and lost, what was that, 700 gold? On that? Get out of here. Okay, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. I'm not happy about that at all. Robbie has fallen pregnant outside of wedlock, which, as you may recall in Elven culture, is a crime. So would give us a justifiable reason to imprison her. I very quickly married her off to Emperor Kelenorin of Alsac, which is great. That's obviously a very powerful alliance there. He's not the biggest emperor in the world. In fact, he's barely got any land whatsoever. But that's okay. You know, that's really something. Good for the prestige, good for the dynasty as far as I'm concerned. And, you know, we need to start in December. I did pardon Robbie, so hopefully she'll be fine. If Count Eldrion dies, you will lose land if someone inherits. Oh, no. Who's... Oh, I see. Okay, so that's not a problem. He'll inherit a duchy title. The Duchy of Nakis. Okay, who is the Duchy of Nakis under? Because if that then goes under the wrong realm... Oh, no. Okay, that's fine. That's not a problem at all. So he's going to inherit this down here. Right, and then we can just conquer him and take back our title. Okay, that's not a problem. I'm all right with that. I mean, predominantly what I want the prestige for at this point is upgrading our capital, because it is not much of a capital. We've got level 1 war camps and that's it. 350 prestige. I mean, go for it. We've got to upgrade this place somewhere. There's nothing here. Or do we save up and go for that title claim? Let's make a game plan then. So we'll save up our prestige. Forget about the capital, even though I do think that is quite a high priority. Let's save up the prestige necessary to claim our liege's title. We'll petition him. If he doesn't do it, I mean, I can't do anything against him. I can't go to war. If we can't do that, we're going to have to try and expand out maybe within our own realm or maybe against our neighbors or something to that effect. Let's go back over here because I don't think we fully explored this site, did we, unlike everywhere else. Let's head out. And then, County of Derna. Sure, that's okay. We're working over here, aren't we? Just so that we can get those claims in case Francia splinters and we get the opportunity to declare war immediately and kind of get to it, right? Let's go ahead and undermine the rest of it. See if we can get the duchy over there. Really, I should be going for Nikis, but that's all right. Again, there's so much to do here. We'll focus on getting the prestige for that title first. I think that's our first major play. Now, of course, worth mentioning that at any point, I believe we can fire off this right here. 1,000 gold. Whenever we're not at war, we can restore the portal. We can reforge the portal and restore our connection to the stars of our ancestors and the unfathomable dangers of the unknown. Don't like that last line. Hadn't really internalized that one before. So, in that case, why don't we try and get the Kingdom of Egypt? If we succeed with that, we'll start the portal. If we fail, I guess we could just start the portal. I'm not trying to intentionally put it off, I promise. I wanted it to kind of coincide with a good moment. Like, again, him becoming crowned, getting that royal court, everything else. Firing that off at the same time to kind of mark the beginning of a new era would be awesome. But if that's not the case, you're trying to press a claim on me, are you? Yeah, I see what they call you, Count Haldiri on the Insane. If not, I mean, we've got to do something. And maybe that will be enough of a show of power, us controlling the new portal. Maybe that would be enough to do something for us. He did. Finareth here. Sorry, Finareth did get the bloodline of House Thunderel and nothing else. These bloodlines are really, really frightening me. They're really frightening me. I think that maybe a marriage with Aranel is inevitable. It's awful to say it, but the fact that she's got 3 bloodlines already, we've got 3 bloodlines, but a couple are different. We're guaranteeing 2 with every child. Again, that dice roll becomes so much lower compared to the child trying to get 3 entirely separate bloodlines. I think we've just got to do it. It's horrible, but again, this is destiny. And he's a humble man, so he's going to follow the task set out for him. Did he get taller? He's a humble man, so he's going to follow the task that's been set to him by other people. He doesn't have any ambitions or grand designs of his own. And a learning perk, okay. Scientific is, again, a bit pointless when we're not in charge, huh? Wash your hands? I think that could be quite good, because again, plague's one of those few things that could kill us early, and we seem to be constantly beset by them. Not that I can really build much in the capital to change that. Aranel, I shall rename you to... Wow, some of these are terrible. Have we had a Feopatra yet? I don't believe we have. If we have, I apologize. But you know what? Maybe it's a dynastic name. Maybe you heard that. Oh, I had a distant family member called Feopatra. That's a nice name. And... let's be honest, if she's going to be potentially the Duchess married to a close family member, if she's going to be the female leader of Egypt married to a close family member, Feopatra couldn't be a more appropriate name. Oh, I don't like that he's becoming a guardian. It makes me feel strange. It makes me feel strange. If he has a son that has 3 bloodlines, that's a much better marriage. Although we get much less fine control that way. I hate it, but he might hate it too. But it's also the grand destiny that's been put on him. And again, I suppose he'd have a different mindset on it than us human beings, because it's been part of his culture for hundreds of years, and what he understands and what his people understand, and etc, etc. Here we go. Let's go for leading by example, court grandeur bonus. No, I don't think I really need that, actually. Monthly prestige plus 10%, hold on, though. And also development growth in capital. Let's look to the long term. We're elves. We should be looking to the long term. Hello. We are going to marry this lady here. Of course we are. Yes, good, because she has House Gwynthorne blood. Correct. Let's do it. I totally forgot about that. Yes, beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Another chance, then, at the legendary 4 bloodline character. That's all of our spouses filled up. Sorry, I didn't mean it in that sense. I meant like all of our spell slots filled up, which isn't much better. Our wife, Duchess Valeria, is 60. He has no great love for her. They've always been very, very friendly, but they're not soulmates. They're not lovers. It's just a marriage of convenience, and they're very friendly about it. Maybe she actually wouldn't dislike a divorce. Bearing in mind, she is homosexual. This is never what she's wanted. Maybe she'd be able to love more freely if we set her aside, so to speak. Maybe that's a nice thing to do for her, and he can continue on with his task as well. So that's nice. One nice thing amid a sea of horrific things. And here we go, the trial of wisdom. Often held but never touched, always wet but never rusts, often bites but seldom bit. To use me well, you must have wit. Biting tongue, that's fine. Always wet but never rusts. I'd certainly hope so. Often held but never touched. Hold your tongue. It's got to be a tongue. An idea? Really? No, that can't. An idea is always wet? I certainly hope not. For some of you, from the comments I've seen, it is. Listen, the development of Cairo will increase by 25 because, of course, he was successful. He knows what he's doing. Heroes of Old gains a mighty endeavor for Fauca-Hyanda legend seed. It's only usable once per dynasty and can be used by any member. Well, it sounds like if anybody's going to use that, it should be my boy. Are we allowed to do that? Can be used by any member. Is somebody already started it? Mighty endeavor for... Okay. Most religious life, mighty endeavor, most holy life. Don't think anybody's grabbed it yet. Don't know, I don't believe they have. Why can't we do it? Hold on, let me look into that in a second. You know what, let's do it now, actually. We don't want to unpause in case someone else snipes it from under us. Okay, so sorry, what was that called? It was under, oh, it was under this one, right. Heroic Bloodline. Gains a mighty endeavor for Fauca-Hyanda legend seed. So it's usable once per dynasty and can be used by any member. Why can I not do that? Is it because I'm busy? If one seed's available. We've got this one, and that's it. Sorry, mighty endeavor for Fauca-Hyanda. The most holy life of Count Þarþuþhaþhi. Good try. No one has used it, right? No. How frustrating. I wonder why we can't do that then. Okay. I will handle this. Stand back. An opening. Try my steel, fop doodle. Beautiful. Fool, take this. Oh, we've got some really good perks for doing damage in these duels, huh? More development in Cairo. That's good. A little bit of treasure. I'd like a little bit of treasure. Ooh, speaking of which... still some sort of artifact. Anyway, it said a sharp blade last time, and obviously it was armor, so we'll see what happens. Come on, anything else? Maybe we've actually found everything here. Oh, minor discovery, 25 gold. And... okay, there we are. We found it. A new holy site from this day forward. We found everything. Beautiful. Okay, it's time to head home. Fair enough, then. How close are we? Like 1 and... what would you say that is? Like 5/8? It's not a very good fraction to pick, is it? Just over halfway. Duchess Surrenderer gain the trait pregnant. Amazing. Okay. Good luck. Here we go. We could be looking again at a 4 bloodline chart every time that pops up. It's not, but it could. You never know. Is there anything else here to boost? I'm going to go through absolutely everything and just see if there's anything else to potentially boost inheritable traits from any of the trees, because then we could always jump over to it. Oh my god, hereditary excellence. Each time we put points into that, it's 3% more chance towards each good trait. So really, if we stay on this tree, maybe we're committed. Maybe we stay on this tree until... And again, that suits a humble man, right? Focusing on his children, making his children the best possible, rather than focusing on himself. Maybe wasted potential. Maybe it's him... playing the maybe we're playing the character and he's following that destiny that again was laid out for him. 3% chance per go though. Ooh. It's going to take us a while to get there, but I do think it is legitimately, genuinely worth it. Speaking of which, I mean, he's a man who loves a good time, okay? He's not necessarily lustful, but there's no reason we couldn't, if he's particularly, like, attracted to a wife, which he is, because, like, she, for example, has Aphroditic, maybe we could try a seduction scheme. I think that's okay. And he's got high diplomacy, too. High diplomacy, he's gregarious, he's also gluttonous, if you know what I mean. He frowns on moderation. He wants it all. Valeria is also getting pregnant as well. She's doing it for the dynasty, okay? Just zealous patient. Oh, I hope this means that she doesn't have some sort of... I feel like she's got some sort of religious obligation. Oh, okay. Who are we having join our court here? Brother-in-law, I come bearing some news. These fine people would be most pleased to come and work with you. Good lord. Well, she's very, very, very good, so yes, absolutely. Diplomacy seems like the tactful option. Sure, hello. Galania Alenderid. Your wife, Duchess Elwyn, is pregnant. Oh my god. That's 3 children, all with that potential for those 4 bloodlines. Holy shit. Is there anything I can do to increase our lifestyle focus here? Every perk is going to take 13 months. It doesn't seem that long in the grand scheme of things. Intelligent, Spark, Gifted, Skip Gates... +5, +5, +5. Sigil of the Realm Lord, Court Tutor. I can't do anything else. That's as good as it gets. That's not entirely true, though, is it? Court Physician can do an advanced research. 6% extra monthly lifestyle experience. Not amazing, admittedly, but better than nothing, right? You tick positions with tasks, and yet it does not show the positions with only tasks. How bizarre. Okay, oh, is that saying that they do something other than just... I don't know what that could imply. Search for a legend. Yeah, I'm not really fussed about that, to be honest. Okay, that's fine. We've got a court tutor as well, so that's okay. We can't fill any of these ranks whatsoever. Ugh. That's all we've got, really. I mean, hey, that's another 6%, whatever it was. Join me in the Artifact Claim War. Really? Who are we fighting? Arathorn of Castile. Would you rebrand? Oh, no, we've got Castile as well. You're right. And what artifacts are we trying to claim? Is it something that's Þarþuþhaþhi's? Again, the realm is splitting apart from greed. Oh, we have to, because we made an alliance, right? And we're going to honor that alliance. We're not actually going to send any troops, but we'll... You know, it's a show of force, isn't it? Oh, we can have a second seduction scheme. Hold on. Is that Elrond's curse again? I guess so. Yeah, I totally forgot about that because we haven't really capitalized on it. We can't, like, seduce a third one, can we? That would be too many. We can? That's the curse. Maximum 3 schemes, right? Oh, my God. I've been sleeping on these seductions, ironically enough. And so it begins. The first attempt. One bloodline. Pathetic. Elendar. Pathetic. I should have just called you pathetic. Oh, anything for an uncle of Arendra's. God, we're going to owe so many people so many favors by the end of all these schemes. Oh, we can have a feast. Good. I've got that marked as special interest. I've got expeditions marked as special interest. I would say grand tournament, but I'm not falling for that one again. Oh, King Galandil, the Shrewd of Maghreb. Oh, the King of Maghreb we can invite. That seems like a pretty good potential alliance to have. As he's humble, perhaps it would be worth going for appropriate. No, because he's gluttonous. Absolutely not. Well, that works against it, doesn't it? Yeah, recreation then, fine. That seems good. Or befriend someone? Or is there anybody we want to befriend? Sure, we could befriend the King of Maghreb as well. That seems like a good alliance. My God, it freezes the plot for 10 months, does it? Really? Oh, God. I should have just done it in the capital. Surely they're coming with me. Oh, fuck off. What a silly mechanic. Okay, well, anyway, let's keep going with this. Again, I'm getting claims on that. I probably should be going for this one. Oh, yes, no, I should be going for that one, shouldn't I? Let's change tactic there a second. This is a bit more of a pressing interest. I'm getting claims on that for an if, but this is a when, as in when I've got the claim on that. 3 bloodlines. No! Phaleon, though. 3 bloodlines is great. Don't get me wrong. I shouldn't be saying no. But of course, it's not quite what we're after, is it? I will name you. We're going to stick with the Stargate-themed elf names. The Stargate-themed Egyptian names. It's a very narrow thing. Danny Elf Fake Son. That one's a bit more of a... It's Daniel Jackson, Danny Elf Fake. It's a bit of a stretch, I will admit. Twins? Twins? Elohim give birth to twins. Hold on. Stop everything. Hold the press. Here we go. Boom. 1 bloodline. Bollocks. Go. 2 bloodlines. Bollocks. No. No. May you grow strong and wise. Put them on the pile. Just chuck them in the child room and we'll pay attention to them one day, I suppose. Now, hold on. I've been making an assumption. Duchess Lirael gains the trait pregnant. Amazing. Now, I've been making the assumption that you need to finish the trait before you can put the point in the repeatable perk. Well, it's hard to say. Maybe you don't actually need to do that. Maybe you don't need to do that. I've been making it up. Let's have a look. Okay, you do. Amazing. Okay, carry on then. Commerce Maestro. Negotiate trade agreement. It's actually not terrible, I suppose. What about the Byzantines? Would they be up for a trade agreement? Hello. Would you like a trade agreement? Currently participating in your feasties at war. Fair enough. Okay, so we can't do anything again. Stand by. My friends, welcome. Let's see what we can do here. Trying to befriend, being gregarious, praise for being elegant. That's great. Good evening. Closer to forming a friendship already. We're off to a fantastic start. Please give me some prestige. This might be all we need, actually, to claim the throne. It was a poor choice of food. You're right. Became your friend. That's him being humble. That's him being humble. Oh, it was a poor choice. Well, I suppose you must be right then. Crack open the stores. Come on. We needed 1,000, what was it, 1,500, something like that? Oh, no. No. She died! No! The bloodline of House Gwenthorne is gone. Sorry, I thought she was just ill, but no. Lirael of Cairo died in childbirth. He had 3 bloodlines. No. But he didn't get House Gwynthorne. Okay, do we need to marry back into that? I believe we've got a replacement Gwynthorne wife, so to speak. I need to be marking these names off as I write them down. Have we had a T-Elf? That one's actually pretty good. T-Elf. Such a tragic beginning. Oh, God. But 3 bloodlines, though. You know what? She died a hero. With the death of my kinswoman, my plans for our future no longer matter. Well, I suppose if you're a quitter, we should do this more often. We lose the stress. I don't think we actually befriended him. And with that, it's done. There we are. Go. Finish the feast. Did we befriend him in the end? Oh, we did befriend him. Oh, good. That's nice. So, how much did we need? It might have been 1,150 because we have more land. Hold on. You claim your liege's title. He loses 50 opinion of us. He's at 100. And I imagine he's actually more than that. That's of course the hard cap. I imagine it's, yeah, so we actually have more than that. Kingdom of Egypt has been claimed, and now we can, I assume, petition him, and perhaps he will gift us the title. Perhaps he'll just do it out of the kindness of his heart. Your liege won their war with Emperor Þarþuþhaþhi. Oh, did you now? Perhaps he'll go to war and grab these for us instead. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? Oh, a diplomacy perk. That's pretty appropriate for a character with so high diplomacy. Opinion gain from Send Gift. Sway scheme powers up. Prestige per dread 0.4. We do have a base level of dread, so I guess that actually couldn't sure, why not? Ooh, we're going to try and flatter Duchess Elowin. Ah, very good. I send Cleopatra over to the target of my affections, and in no time she's looking over at me with a smile on her face. We manipulated our child to getting us laid. Cleopatra, who also we maybe plan on marrying. It's weird. Pardon your court tutor. It depends. Is he a good court tutor? He's okay. Sure, all right. There you go. Cursed! Those are cursed children! My daughter Cleopatra and her compatriot Galandil were caught red-handed having stuck into the armory. She was apprehended after she knocked over a suit of armor looking for a bandage for Galandil. Springing into action to save your friend admirable. I think he would find that admirable, not realizing that it will make her impatient. Well, we have an opening for a new wife. Our first wife is the blue-blooded House Thunderel. Our second wife is green-blooded Gwynthorne. That's good to remember. And then our third wife is also Gwynthorne. If we could marry another Thunderel, that means we've got 2 of each. There it is. Sadly, I am of the opinion they're all possibly our children. Cleopatra is the most likely candidate and is absolutely the best candidate for this situation. Therefore, against my greatest judgment, we will be arranging a marriage between him and his daughter. It's weird. I don't like it. Maybe he doesn't like it either, but it's how it goes here. So as soon as we get 100 prestige, we will go and petition our liege and ask them to grant us the Kingdom of Egypt. I mean, if we grab this county here, that would also certainly help out with our... I mean, that's de jure, so we can just declare war no cost. Beautiful. Okay, let's do that then. And hopefully we'll get into some battles, maybe pick up a little prestige from that. That would be lovely. Gotta go on that adventure as soon as possible. I did actually just remove the notification, but no, we should be doing that ASAP so that we can finish off that last adventurer trait and save us a small fortune in prestige. Hello, have you got any more troops in that? Because I'd really like some prestige from this war, if that's okay. Yeah, that's the right idea. That's the right idea. Send your allies. Yes, great work. Good idea. My beloved wife. We are united in marriage, now we are united in heart. She's still ill. Or is that a different wife? I'm sorry, it's all blurring together a little bit. You've been joined together, after having been joined together in matrimony, you seduced Duchess Arendra. I mean, again, they're all attractive. She's Valkyrian, so I think that might light up his heart. It'll light up his biceps and his quads and his pecs and every other muscle that's in the human body. I, of course, have no familiarity with that whatsoever because I'm a gamer. The peasant factions are great, and he claims, come on now, we're trying to become the king of Egypt. Ooh, martial lifestyle perk. Hey, I'll happily take that, though. Yes, promising prospects. Marriage acceptance for yourself, close family, extended family. If we could marry up, maybe also using a little bit of diplomacy, and marry into another empire... Maybe even ally with our own liege and call them to war against France here, because clearly they're capable of winning that. That might be all we need to take. I feel sorry for Thaldir, because that's two characters in a row I'll be fighting him repeatedly with, but maybe he should stop taking my titles. No way, they're in rebellion. I can't do anything against that though, can I? Oh well. Oh well, that's okay. Focus on what we've got for now. Ah, another one. Duchess Elowen becomes your lover. Oh, amazing. There we go. Again, he can't seduce his first wife because she is the wrong orientation for such affairs, but that's okay. That's okay. They're joined together. They're kind of united in, they're a united front. They're a force to be reckoned with together. And I like that. That's nice. You can be friends. You don't have to be lovers. 457 fame. Oh, I don't want fame. I want prestige. Give me something big. Give me something juicy here. Come on now. I guess we might have to go right on their capital, unfortunately. That's okay. Another 830 going into the meat grinder, and I guess we'll just siege whatever's right here. Boom, there it is. The duchy will fall to me. Great. Thank you. Appreciate that. Did I pick the right option there? It said the duchy will fall to me, but I think we only got a claim on the county. Whoopsie daisy. Oh, well, that's terribly confusing. That's all right. Well, don't worry about it. We'll still get it. Family ties. Diplomacy +1, unnecessary. Spouse opinion +15, definitely unnecessary. Child opinion +10. What's the difference? My great-grandfather created the branch. Paraseed? What? You are a bit of a paraseed if you... like a parasite. You're now a member. No. We've been dragged into it. I wanted to be a Fauca-Hyanda until I die, and you've dragged me into it. You fucker. How dare you? You disgusting man. How dare you? No. The great family dynasty name ruined. We can matrilineally marry back into it. It's okay. Don't worry. We'll figure it out. I will figure out a way to do it. Swordsman tutelage could be very important for the next person to... succeed us, if we even get a valid successor. At this point, it might be another 3 bloodline character, which on the plus side means, you know, nothing is... Oh, no, what's happening? Oh, Baron Caledon had an affair with his aunt. Oh, I have to imprison them. I have to do it. I don't have a choice, I'm afraid. A worst-case scenario at this point is that we end up playing a 3 bloodline character married to another 3 bloodline character, which isn't... I mean, it's not a step backwards, which is the important aspect, right? We actually lost an unfathomable amount of prestige from that war. Does it apply properly? I was thinking about this, that maybe that gold symbol is important. That's just showing men-at-arms cost reduction that we've got. Minus 25% gold might not actually be applying properly. The minus 25% to that might not be applying properly. Though clearly that is minus 56. But then overall it's taking minus 36. So I guess maybe it is. It's just such a massive cost. It doesn't make any sense. But hey, let's go on an expedition. Let's see if we can get that minus 50%. I mean, look, we might as well go... Oh, what do you think? I would go to Greece, seat the Storm King. That's fine. Yeah, let's go on a long-term journey. I was going to say we could stay kind of local, but I suppose on the way back we could maybe go and hit some places too. We're going to Athens. Maybe go to Heraclio on the way back. That seems good. What the hell? To my worthless vassal, you're something that should belong to me. Relinquish it at once. Give him the Fauca-Hyanda Chronicon. Listen, we're about to protest him for a title. If I say no over a book we're not using, a humble man saying no over a book we're not using, that plunges us into minus 10 opinion. If I accept it, we lose a book that we're not using that takes us up to 71. Oh, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it. And you know what? We should probably sway or maybe even attempt to befriend the Emperor. Maybe we could befriend him. Hold on. Oh, we haven't got the befriend scheme, have we? That's okay. We can sway him. I'm sure we can win him over through that. Elowen is pregnant again. She is a chip off the old block, isn't she? My God, look at that face. Look at the overbite. It's returned. We've come full circle. Speaking of coming full circle, I think he may need to lay off the feast somewhat. He's getting rather enormous. I did just accidentally close off the notification there because it popped up at the same time as another, and the game is running tremendously slow right now. Mythical Ancestors gains access to the ancestral claim, casus belli, or any claims gained through legitimizing a legend. Interesting. No use to us, of course. So given that that's the tree that they're clearly going to commit to right to the end. Oh, I like the art on that one. Golden Legend gains venerated ancestor upon creation of a mythical holy legend. Oh, interesting. We could definitely do that at some point. Living Legend on completion of Mythical Heroic Legend. Oh, interesting. So it's like an upgraded version. To get Venerated Ancestor. Oh, one gets Prestige, one gets Piety. I see, gotcha. And then finally, Legendary Watchtower. Much like Jimi Hendrix. God, I'm sorry, it's running so slowly today. Absolutely nothing's happening. I genuinely can't tell if he's so unfathomably massive because he's cultivating mass via many feasts, of course, or whether it's because of that Titan trait. I mean, he is... he's so huge! Oh, my lord. Okay, we've got ourselves a riddle. You saw me where I never was and where I could not be, and yet that very place might often you see. Reflection? I think it's still a reflection, actually. My people will learn from this find. Very good. I feel like Bilbo. Lovely. We've got another one. 1,000 coloured folds stretched towards the sky. Top a tender strand rising from the land till killed by a maiden's hand. Perhaps a token of love. Or perhaps to say goodbye. It's a flower. I'd love to see a maiden pick up a hill, though. Where is she? For I would very much like to marry her. Her strength will pass on into a thing of legend. Their children will be Herculean giants, the likes of which have never been seen before. Except for maybe Atlas. Okay, we picked up a an artifact there. No! Valeria died, and so did their child. Oh my god, that's the second wife he's lost in childbirth. What is this? This man has gone mad trying to pursue a legend, but it's what he's been built for. And my god, he has been built significantly. Sorry, what happened with the expedition then? I missed it. God damn it, what did it say? Oh, we're not done. There we are. It's time to head home. We did get up to level 2. There you go. Look at that. A beautiful time. Legendary adventure. Man-at-arms maintenance is down to 75%. And that is, of course, a game changer. And sadly, I think... Well, not sadly, necessarily. But it does mean that with every character, we are going to have to immediately pursue that adventurer trait no matter what. Oh, yeah. Look at that. That's much better. Wow. Minus 16.85 instead. We had, like, twice that ticking down per month before. So this is really put us in a great situation. Maritime Trading Handbook. I don't need to steal. You don't need to steal a book. Bruh, you're supposed to be humble. Elwyn, show me 4 bloodlines. 2. It's not bad. It's not bad, but it's not what we're after. We are moving on to Mesmerizing Aura. With that, we gain 10% extra fertility. Obviously, fantastic. Attraction Opinion is pretty good. Powerful Vassal Opinion is actually relevant at this point. Serendipity's Touch gives life expectancy for 3 years, which is terrible, and small health boost, which is irrelevant, so that one's total waste. Obviously, then we get Founder. Then we can start going into Hereditary Excellence, which I will be probably dumping every single perk point into. Ultimately, of course, through other activities, visiting places, etc. We'll gain perk points across the board elsewhere, naturally. But until we get that 4 bloodline child, and maybe even 5 bloodline child, if we get very, very lucky, marrying a Gwynthorn. We should be marrying a Gwynthorn to a blue bloodline character, because if they have a kid with dual bloodlines, if we marry that, there's a potential that any child they have together will, of course, have all 5 bloodlines. So we'll start working on that immediately. We've got to do something successful today, right? As the big success, if we get nothing else, of course, is the fact that we're now in positive prestige every month. That alone is a total game changer. Literally. It means we can actually take decisions during the game. It won't be long until we can actually petition our liege when we get 100, whatever that happens to be. Were you raiding me? You motherfucker. What the hell do you think you're doing? Get out of here. Raiding me with 80,000 men. Are you high? What is this? 80,000 men. That's insane. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen that before. We can go back to university. Hold the line. We're going to get some victory today. It's very, very, very slow gameplay. I've already decided in the episode title, I'm going to call it Critical Mass because A, my man is becoming somewhat rotund. B, I imagine we have a lot of living dynasty members. That was an understatement of the year. There are 7,000 members of the Fauca-Hyanda dynasty. Is there any wonder the game is running slightly on the slow side? Again, I'll get a save cleaner. I'll do something. I could write a little event that kills off the inconsequential characters, you know, something like that. I can figure something out. Okay, that's not a problem. But that's it's a great name for today. And again, I'm sorry that it's been so slow. I wouldn't expect it to be quite this bad, but it means that instead of us doing 15 years an episode, we're barely getting through 5, right? So, first things first, let's go back to that original idea I had of marrying together a Gwynthorn and a Thunderail. Remembering all the names. Gwynthorn. You, preferably within my realm, because I have a few lying around. Preferably those who are... My court jester is 160, that's not viable. Preferably people who are unmarried. Where is the unmarried button? Married, yes. You know, just give me a second. Marital status is quite literally right there. So we can marry Elpothis to any of the blue bloodline characters. And there is somebody not only his age, but somebody who is For anybody with that. I mean, she is better because, of course, she's Aphroditic. He's Aphroditic. That's plus 80% fertility from the get-go. Let's go for that. That's incredible. She already has... He has 2 bloodlines. She has 2 bloodlines. Oh, no, sorry. He has 3 bloodlines. She has 2 bloodlines. Is that already... Sorry, hold on. Green, purple, yellow, blue, orange. Oh, God. This could just be destiny regardless. Forget about marrying green to blue. And if they get kids with green and blue bloodlines, we can marry them. These kids could have that 5 bloodlined kid anyway. Grand wedding, because this could be... Let's have that grand wedding. Because we're always settling a bunch of gold. This could be it. If we get lucky. It's going to be... I'm talking extremely lucky. But if we get lucky, my God. Maybe accidentally a massive victory today. Let's go to university. We're going to go to the University of... we can't go to Cairo because, of course, we went there before. We'll go to the University of Cordoba? That couldn't hurt. Yeah, I mean, that's probably the best outcome. Yeah, let's go there then. Fine, that's Elven. No, don't use that metaphor. Stop it. My careful education of my daughter-wife planted seeds of friendship. I'm finally here, walking the hallowed halls of Cordoba, revered seeds of knowledge in the Aileron world. Let's do it. I will double check that I have the right outcomes. Of course, we're always going to be going for whatever is the most studious. He is a humble man, so he will keep to himself and won't get involved in too much stuff. So that is much more successful. Absolutely. We've already hit level 1. We've learnt Godefroy's language. We're learning... French, dare I say it. We've got another martial poet. Beautiful. Okay. Loyalty and respect. Skills from spouse or vizier council tasks plus 25%. That's actually really, really good. Okay, here we go. University visit becomes much more successful. We potentially grow closer to forming a friendship with Walid. We gain 144 critical stress because this man is partying and we don't approve of it. It's not playing the character, is it? How far do I take the play in the character, really? Look at the size of his biceps. This man is unfathomable. I've got to... This is outrageous! He's a lord, and he's trying to study, and like unlanded human beings are distracting him. That's fine. Oh, only the veal cutlets can heal this pain. I would grow bored of my clothes. Oh, the Duke's new clothes. Okay. Profligate. A humble man would not become a profligate. A humble man would probably not also eat veal cutlets, but it suits him more than the others. He's gregarious and gluttonous and a feaster, so veal cutlets might cure his pain. Prove to us the might of a Duke by downing more cups than anyone else. No, thanks. Go overwhelmed by stress. Maybe a new bed or 3. Throw another feast and another and another and another. Eat the entire realm. We might have to... Oh, Golden Legend. So there we are. We are going down that tree again. We've read those, so we kind of know what they do here. Serendipity's Touch. A small health boost might appropriate, although this guy doesn't need any sort of boost right now. Good lord. Except for maybe a boost up into bed if he keeps getting more rotund. I'm getting a little concerned. We can make a generous donation. We gain stress because we were humble, but... We're almost there. 3 months remaining. We're at tier 4. I think it's probably guaranteed this time. Come on. I need one good event outcome. I just need one good event outcome. Show me. Please. Here we go. Heretical thoughts. We cannot destroy with facts and logic. 0% chance. So we will furiously scribble notes and become critically stressed again. It's university. This is the point. Oh, Lord. We're not going to make it. We've only just hit tier 3. We're not going to make it at all. Oh, no. Oh, God, look at how slow it is. Oh, I'm worried the game might fall apart. OBS is saying it's overloaded. Oh, dear. Oh, we're pushing it too far. We gained a rival with Gouges because he wanted the party life, and we're trying so hard to repress our nature. Okay, argue with him. 99% chance that we managed to... Come on, we're so close. That's frustrating, isn't it? We're not going to get there, are we? Look at how close we got for a second time. That's so sad. That's actually so sad. Martial perk available. We didn't get it a second time. Do we bring Godefroy with us to court or Walid? Well, Walid has tier 5. I don't think... A teacher's places with their students. Yep. Sadly, we got nothing. We did get 5% martial lifestyle experience from that book, which is terrible. And once again, we have dodged our trait. I think he just got too stressed out, sadly. And I mean, that's very understandable. The perks, though, you'll love to see the perks. We'll take Peacemaker for a little extra acceptance. Maybe means we can make more gambles in our war declaration, right? Go for the riskier wars. We'll take Gallant, which I think suits him quite well. Martial, Prowess, Prestige, Attraction, Opinion, all of those seem very appropriate. And then we have one more perk for Martial. Serve the Crown, Natural Dread plus 15 and Control Growth. What does Veteran Champion do? Night Effectiveness 5%, that's really good. I think the Natural Dread plus 15 is really good. Bear in mind we get a reduction based on our Dread. So that's really, really nice. Oh, good God. On the journey home, if we eat a potentially dangerous fruit, we lose 58 stress because we're gluttonous and a comfort eater. It causes a painful stomachache. Oh, he just poisoned himself because he's so obsessed with food. You madman. You madman. So the second we get home, the final thing we do is petition our liege, and we see if it's possible to get the Kingdom of Egypt. Our liege likes us tremendously. Look at that. 25 taking us up to 100 there. That was perfect timing. And here we are, at long last, home, sweet home. Dynasty focus. Sorry, I said dynasty focus, but it's actually a learning perk we've got. Sure. Iron Constitution. That could be quite good. And now, of course, finally, the moment of truth. Petition liege. Choose petition type. I am traveling. He's traveling. He's busy with the Grand Tour. Oh, for God's sake. So we've just got to wait for it to pop up then, and waiting is not really something we can do right now, sadly. Okay. We can have our own feast. Now, here's something I was curious about, because it's really hard to tell when you should tell your character to start to lose weight in the game. Can I indulge in food? Can we risk that? We will lose some stress if we do it. So I thought, listen, there's a way to tell, isn't there? It's visual. But the problem with this guy being a Titan, how on earth can I tell? You know, maybe this is intentional. Well, there are some clothes, specifically the Javanese royalty clothes, if I can find them, show his actual physique. My man, 7'5", is 80% weight, 100% muscle. He's rocking that, like, classic strongman build. He's got, like, that Brian Shaw build going on. He's not fat at all. He's actually just a monster of a man. He is just a beast. He could lift the world. He is Atlas. So there, I'm happy with that. That's nice. He's very humble. You see, he covers it up with just standard clothing, a bed sheet. Well, I mean, he's wearing the Pope's hat, so clearly not that humble. But he's got a bed sheet on, so you can't really tell that underneath he's got the body of a god. He even had me fooled, but I was a little bit concerned about, you know, the whole comfort eater plus everything else, that he might end up dying early. But no, he's fine. It does say obese there, but listen, I think he's fine. I think we don't worry about it. Let's not put him on a diet. He's under a lot of stress as it is. Let's try and sort that out. This is maybe, you know, he started strong, and now we've had a little bit of a lilt in the middle here where things have not really gone to plan. We're not the king. We've lost access to a couple of our domain. The breeding project isn't necessarily going well, but there is a twinkle of hope there towards the end. There is this twinkle of hope, and I'll go ahead and I'll favorite this kid, because Elfpophis might be our successor. He is an improvement in actually a lot of ways. He's more intelligent. He's still a Titan as well, and a Donic, of course. Fecund is a nice improvement. Are they both Fecund? No, just him. That's okay, though. We are, though, going to have to wrap it up there. I apologize, because it feels like not much has happened today, but sadly, because we're in, like, that kind of mid to later game of a Crusader Kings 3 campaign. Of course, it always slows down. That's just true of all Crusader Kings games beyond a certain point. The fact there are so many long-lived characters that aren't following the regular the game's kind of expected time frame, and they are just culminating and having more and more and more and more kids. I'll have to find a way to try and nip that, because obviously otherwise it's just going to hit critical mass and it's going to get exponential the longer we play. So we need to do something about that and just speed things up. I'll try and sort that for next episode. Am I allowed to show that on YouTube? Thank you for joining me today. If you're wondering why I didn't just press the naked button as well, it's because I've got nudity disabled, so they actually put on the clothes that he's already wearing to cover that up. Thank you, of course, to the executive producer patrons for making this series possible in the first place. Again, I will start speeding things up for tomorrow in whatever method I can find. Thank you to Anthony Fackenthal, Novice Son, Atticos, Rock, Fizzlebuns, The Robotic, Robert, Gamerman7799, Jeb, Wookie, Overlord, Erica, Zonny the Beard, Sakari, Danny the Dandelion, Deathcore Hippie, JMO, Q, Catlord, Londart, Jeebus Crust, Bjornulf, Toasty, Cowaladin, and Evran. for their support. The executive producer tiers over on Patreon. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy, even though things are, again, going a lot slower. I hope you're still enjoying a little bit of Crusader King story, but hopefully I will, again, find some solution to that. Thank you as well to Linus L, Gekotor, Dorathus, Nikki in Wonderland, Derpinate, Sophia Dragon, Namarjask, Sitatus Lingua, Tesnarf, and Skunkalope as well.